Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking nerd John Norgrove, and this is Nerd Jive. First thing up, quickie news. I wanted to talk about Deadpool 2, and more specifically, what's going to happen with the Deadpool universe, which they're clearly trying to paint because of the resounding success of Deadpool 1 in all reality. Especially with the success of Logan following it, it's kind of showing that these rated R Marvel movies are going to be a good job, and it allows Fox to separate themselves successfully from the greater Marvel universe, what with Apocalypse being flaming hot garbage is the nicest way I'm going to put how I thought of Apocalypse. So Simon Kinberg was recently quoted as saying that Cable and Deadpool will lead an X-Force movie, and we all know that they're going to make an X-Force movie, but this is sort of bigger than that. It's saying that it's 100% going to happen. All right, and it's letting us know sort of the direction that the movie's going. So the Cable that they're going to bring into Deadpool 2, which we don't 100% have an actor on that yet, even though Deadpool 2 has already started shooting, or at least being worked on towards starting shooting. The most recent rumor, which I'm so excited about, is that the sheriff from Stranger Things is going to play Cable, and I think that he is an absolute perfect selection for that role. He is solid goddamn gold. So I think that that's 100% going to work out. But and this is going to happen. Simon Kinberg essentially said it's going to happen sooner rather than later, which hints at the idea that we're basically going to get Deadpool 2 and then whatever garbage Fox is working on for the next Xmen movie, Xmen. Fucking whatever happens after Apocalypse, and it's still horseshit. It's probably gonna be a what did I hear? That it might be a Phoenix story, like a X-Men Phoenix, and we all know it's gonna be shit, right? We can all accept that there's no way they're gonna do a good job with the Phoenix story. That is a very big, very awesome story, and Fox has successfully made 2 X-Men movies in 17 fucking years. Deadpool, which was rated R, and Logan, which was rated R, and they're gonna make some goddamn PG-13 horse shit with the Phoenix story. Whatever, it's gonna be garbage. When we get news about it, I'll have wife come on. She's hot to trot on that Phoenix story, and she knows what's gonna happen. It's gonna be hot garbage. Fox is fucking, what is it, 2 out of like 12 goddamn movies or something like that? It's whatever. It's not gonna be good. But so anyway, it's going to be Deadpool 2 and then an X-Force movie, which will hopefully lead towards more rated R X-Men movies, because clearly those are successful, and the non-rated R X-Men movies are shit. I mean, we can admit that. Like X-Men 1 in fucking whatever, 2001 or 2002, whenever the hell that came out, that was good, but other than that, hot garbage. But on the tails of an X-Force announcement or potential announcement, whatever you want to call that. All right, Patrick Stewart was on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and he essentially hinted at Professor X making a cameo in Deadpool 2. I will have the entire clip linked below. Please watch it. But he hints at 2 pretty big ideas. He hints at potentially having a Professor X cameo in Deadpool 2, which I think is a great idea, as well as maybe having a Professor X cameo in the 2nd season of Legion. Now, I have not seen Legion personally yet. It's on the list. I'm trying to catch up with anime, and, there's a bajillion things to watch. I mean, we have like a week, and then Iron Fist comes out, and so I'm going to have to steamroll 12 episodes of that. So, but everybody that I've talked to, my friends at work that are big in the comic book thing say Legion is amazing, and it's 100% on my list, and it's crawling towards the top the more and more I hear about it. So we may have Professor X in Deadpool 2, which would be awesome, and we may have Professor X in Season 2 of Legion, which would also be awesome. The other quick news, is Jason Isaacs, who plays Lucius Malfoy, a name that there's no way I was going to remember if I didn't write it down, who played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter movies, is going to be the captain of the USS Discovery, which is interesting because apparently, from what we've heard from CBS, is that the captain of the USS Discovery is going to be the main character, which sounds like they don't understand essentially how the Star Trek TV shows work. I mean, I really, really want the Star Trek Discovery TV series to be immensely successful. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a fucking mess. But I hope it's going to be good. This guy, what's his name again? Jason Isaacs. He's awesome. He looks so good. The other people that have been announced, the costume designs and the set designs and all the stuff that we've heard sounds good. But, like, from a basal level, they're like, well, the captain's not going to be one of the main characters. The main character's going to be the second in command. All right, maybe they're trying something new. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're doing like a weird prequel thing that's set in the original universe and not the JJ universe, which is probably going to be confusing to a lot of people who aren't actual Trekkies. And, you know, we're going to do this prequel thing, even though it's not 100% going to be, every season's going to be the same series. Each season's going to be a different story. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it seems a lot like what CBS is trying to do is CBS saw that Star Wars is just this big throbbing dick of success right now, and they're like, well, we own the rights to Star Trek on TV, so what if we wrote it? And then they hired like 2 really good Star Trek writers, and then all of the executives who are morons made a decision in this. So I hope, beyond hope, that it's good. And if it's fucking hot garbage, I'll be real not shocked. Is pretty much where I'm at with it. I'm going to watch it. Listen, I've been paying for CBS All Access for like shit since October or some September, whenever, because it was supposed to come out in January and then it was going to come out in March and now it's going to come out fucking sometime this year, maybe. So, like, I want it to be good. It's not. It's not going to be good. But whatever. That's Star Trek Discovery, which is a bloody mess. Another piece of quick news. So, the New Glenn rocket had an announcement video. Okay, so Jeff Bezos, which is another tech billionaire, philanthropist, whatever, bloody wannabe Iron Man in the real world right now, owns a company called Blue Origins. So they are sort of like tiny child-sized SpaceX. I mean, they have a potential to put SpaceX out to pass, but not for like 20 years. So they have successfully launched and reused a launched rocket, which is a huge fucking deal. But they launched it to like incredibly low Earth orbit, right to the border of space. So, SpaceX is it's pushing a lot harder. But so Blue Origins, yeah. So Blue Origins produced this real SpaceX style CGI. Oh, look at this new rocket design that we have. This is how it's going to turn out. It's almost identical to the way SpaceX announced its interplanetary rocket mission system. And it's like, it's real CGI and, nice and pretty with words and like, emotional whatever in it. So, I mean, I don't know, whatever. I like it. I can never fault any company that's trying to get in the space race, because every time another guy gets in the race, another person or company, puts their name in the hat on the space race thing, what it does is it reduces cost. It produces competition. It makes people take those risks. And I know it's like space. It's big and it's dangerous and scary and dark and fast and all this kind of crap. But we need that competition. We had the original space race between America and Russia, and now we have this lunar space race thing and Martian space race thing between SpaceX and NASA. And there's a lot of other countries and independent companies trying to get into it. And this is only going to benefit us. I had this thought the other day. I was talking to some people after work having beers. It's not unreasonable to believe that you or I could retire on Mars. right now. That is a reasonable thought. That's not crazy science fiction future. That is a reasonable thought. I'm 29 years old, so there's a long time before I retire. But that is a reasonable thought that I can afford it within my lifetime. I mean, bloody SpaceX is talking about, oh, we might, within our lifetimes, we can get it down to $500,000 for a one-way trip to Mars. $500,000 is going to buy you a shit house in Northern California, like garbage house, right? Where I live, $1 million is a nice house with a small amount of property or a lot of property and like a shed. So $500,000 is crazy reasonable, right? And that's, listen, I'm not going to retire to Mars. It's pretty fucking obvious. I'm not wealthy or what I even call financially stable most of the time. But it's likely. It has potential. And you know what's going to make that potential greater is when Jeff Bezos pushes the buttons, and when NASA does, and Russia, and the European Union, and Australia, and Japan, and China, and all these countries, and all these companies, the companies in France, and the companies in Spain, and the companies in Italy, and all these other companies that are trying to get their hand in the market with cheaper satellites, and cheaper space stations, and inflatables, and crazy technology, and all this kind of stuff. That is going to make it cheaper and faster every single time. And that's a huge, huge deal, right? Because that gives us the potential to move to Mars. Us fucking regular people. And that's amazing, So, I mean, here's hoping. Good luck, Jeff Bezos. Good luck, Blue Origins. Get it done. It's a heavy lift rocket. It's really interesting. The video clip is below. It's informative. Watch it, read it, look into it, man. Pay attention to the space race. It's the big deal. Like, I know I talk about space frequently, but it's the next frontier. I'm fucking Trekkie, so I want it. But yeah, it's the next frontier, man. It's what's coming on. So right before I left work today, I saw a tiny piece of news that was like it was like a pre-announcement to an announcement kind of news. All right, Jason Momoa is going to star in a new movie. He's going to star in a Just Cause movie, which is fucking beautiful news to me. First of all, I love Jason Momoa. The guy's a fantastic actor. But more importantly than that, the Just Cause games are amazing. You are a physics-defying Latin god in those movies that is almost immortal and essentially can bend the laws of science and nature to his very will for no goddamn reason. It's one of the funnest games I have ever played. Just Cause 3 is fucking art, in my opinion. It's so goddamn good. And Jason Momoa's gonna play the lead role in a Just Cause movie. I'm so excited about this. I cannot possibly express it to you. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was the movie Logan. I know that this is already an incredibly long video, or at least longer than I want to, but I'm going to do a quick spoiler-free review. No spoilers, just to give everybody a heads up. We will later do a full review with the spoilers and the talking and the rambling and all this stuff that normally comes with when you see my stupid face on the TV. But spoiler-free Logan review. Do whatever it takes in your life to go see that movie. You gotta call in sick to work. You gotta quit. You gotta fight somebody. Go see that movie. It is. I almost want to say that it's better than Deadpool. And I can't say that because I'm a huge Deadpool fan. Like, huge Deadpool fan. But it's almost better than Deadpool. It is so good. From start to finish, it is this perfect homage to the 17 years that Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman have given us in these roles. It is a fantastic end to their stories. It is a fantastic movie. It is you know what? They talked about, it's such a good movie, I'm going to retire on top and all this kind of stuff. They're right. it is a fantastic movie, and they are retiring on top. It is so good. I think I heard it's like a 97% or something on Rotten Tomato, which it totally deserves. It's fantastic. Is it rated R? Yes. Does it deserve that rating? 100%. It is violent and gory, and there's language, and it's got all of the stuff need to give it a rated R rating. But it needed it. There was never a point in time where you're just like, well, that was violent for violence sake. Or somebody saying fuck this and fuck that, and you're like, well, maybe you could have said, hey, what's that over there, as opposed to, hey, fucking fuck, what the fuck is that over there? You know, like, they're not dropping superfluous F-bombs or some shit. And they're not like peeling the skin off a guy Freddy Krueger style for no reason other than the fact that, like, we need to make it scary, and people getting peeled is scary or bloody, whatever. It is a fantastic movie. It is 100% worth it. And I can't tell you anything other than that it's a great movie, and it's violent, and it deserves its rated R, and you need to go see it. Because anything we talk about in this movie is going to be spoilery, so I can't. So that's all I can talk about. Look forward to either tomorrow or maybe over the weekend. It depends. I went and saw it with wife and Dom and sister. So we might do a full family review. We might just do wife and I a review. I'm not 100%. I need to communicate with him, figure out what exactly we want to do. We were going to do one right after the movie, and we decided instead to go out and have food and a beer, because after you watch that movie, you're going to need a drink a little bit, man. It's an emotional movie. It's heavy. So go watch it. If you've seen it, tell me what you think of it below. You know, yeah, it's so good. Just, you know, share what you think about it, man. It's great. Make sure that people go see it. Fox needs to know that if they make this kind of movie, they're gonna make money. You know, don't throw money at Apocalypse. Throw money at this. You know, it's one of those movies that you leave the theater and it's like solemn. You know, it's great. But yeah, either way, this has been an incredibly long. It's been an incredibly long video already, but whatever. Look forward to, we've got another Wife Jive coming up. We've got one of these days Twitch streaming and gaming. Who fucking knows when the hell that's gonna happen? We've got a review coming up. I'm going crabbing this weekend, so if everything works out, I'm gonna put together like a on the road crabbing video, which is mostly just gonna be the family drunk playing in the ocean. So that'll either be fun or a complete shit show. We'll see how that works out. Whatever. Either way, I've been on John Norgrove. Getting it? I've been John Norgrove. This has been Nerd Jive. Stay nerdy, guys.